Hello there, thank you for joining me for That's the Way It Is. I'm your host, BC. Going to start this segment, or, this video off with saying the phrase that I had read. And I really like this phrase. It says, the strength of a man consists in finding God's way. And in finding God's way, we will go that way. That says a lot. I mean, that really says a whole lot. And, just one example, in Genesis 15:6, if we look at Abram, God came to Abram in a vision. And, God takes him outside and tells him to look up. And he says, because Abram already told God that, he said, I don't have a son. My slave is going to inherit everything I own. And God takes him out there and tells him to look at the stars and says, you're going to have as many descendants as the stars. You can't even count the stars. And Abram believed in God. And he had faith in God. God seen that Abram had faith in him. And he seen that and he blessed that. And he had favor by saying he had favor with God. Man, that's something that we have lost touch of here today. And people say God don't speak to you. God does speak to us. He speaks to us every day. He speaks to us by the wind that is blowing. If you're down at the ocean, he speaks to us through the ocean. All these things are of God. They're God's creation. So, and to me, the waves is just, screaming, God's name. They're saying Jesus, Lord and Savior to me, because they're God's creation. And, and people like, well, not everybody, has that kind of faith. All right, well, let's look throughout history. Let's take Sir Isaac Newton. He read the Bible every day. He held a strong belief in God. Just like Albert Einstein did. And, he said that, and Sir Isaac Newton said that, gravity explained the motion of the planets, but not who set those planets in motion. Wow. Let's say that again. Gravity explains the motion of the planets, but not who set those planets in motion. Man, is that not something, and what he is saying is, we can look into these planets all we want, but, science is now, everybody believes in the Big Bang Theory, well, not everybody, but, a lot of scientists believe in that, and some people even said that, space and all the galaxies and everything had been there forever. It never was a start. Well, they found out that there was a start. And, and I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. The start is God said, let there be light, and there was light, and he seen it was good. And it's funny how we try to take the Bible and not believe in it, but yet science is really proving that the Bible is for real. Now you take Albert Einstein. He held that really strong belief, and he said that the universe is so well designed that it took an intelligence in order to create it. And that's the truth. The universe is so well designed and so finely put together. It's just like, let's take the Earth. If the Earth would be a little bit off or a little bit over, a little bit off, we would be burning up right now. Because the sun would just set us afire. If we was a little bit more over, we would freeze. We are just in the right spot, to sustain our lives. Even though it's winter now, but we still get the sunlight and it's not burning us up. And we're not in a deep freeze, But as far as the seasons and everything, we're right in the right position, for us to live, you know. And that's something people don't understand, that we are everything is so fine tuned that it had to take a creator, and God is that creator. And I know a lot of people, I know it's not real popular, and I know a lot of people don't believe that, but you take Dr. Francis Collins. He grew up and his parents were actors, dancers, or whatever, and they were in the theater, and they never taught him Bible, or never even talked about God, everything else but that. But when he got older and he became an atheist, he got in college and everything, and that's what he done, became an atheist, and then he went out to prove that God didn't exist. Well, guess what happened? When him going out trying to prove God didn't exist, everything pointed to there is a creator, and that creator is God. He could not, and in that point, he became a Christian. And he talks about how he went hiking or camping, and and he looked out and he seen God's creation, and he basically he put everything together. He stated that sometimes it is written in our hearts, calling us to be good and holy. A belief in God is the most possible, but couldn't be proven. And he's like, you couldn't prove it. But see, that's where I really in a way disagree with him. Look around you, and going back to the earth, we're so fine tuned that either or we would not be here. We'd either be burning up or we would be frozen. That right there in itself is proof to me, is proof that there's a God. Just the air I breathe proves that there is God. And the thing of it is, this nation has gotten so far away from God that I don't know what it's going to take for it to get back on track. It's really, really scary to me. And just the slaughter of the innocents is what I call it. Abortion, and this country has gotten all on board with that, and this country's gotten all on board with a lot of other things that I think is totally disagree with. It's not what's in God's plan. But you know what? And we say that, but that is what God's plan is. Because I do believe in the Bible. I do believe that every book in the Bible has happened or will happen. And you know what? It takes us going through this to get to the end. Then that's what it's going to take. But my whole point is that if we held a strong belief in God, if you hold a strong belief in God, you will have favor with God. And what I'm saying, and if you don't, then I'm asking that you go for yourself to look and see, and to find proof that there is no God. To me, proof is all around me. Just think about it. The man and woman is so well designed that God has blessed them to where they can, produce a baby. A man and man can't do that, and a woman can't do that, but a man and woman can. That is proof. There's a lot of things that points that there is a creator. And and even the Bible states that God created the heavens and the earth. So I don't understand why it's so hard to, and what it is, people have to find a reason, for like when and it's funny, when something goes south, they blame God. But when they are blessed, they bless themselves. And people try to prove that there is no God in order to, their sins not hurt so bad. Well, you can disprove, disbelieve in God all you want, but at the end of the day, you're doing wrong. You feel it, you know it. Just like Dr. Collins said, you just know in your heart that it's not right. And you can keep on and you can talk and you can talk yourself out of it, but you know what? Back there in your mind somewhere, you know it. We all long for our Creator, which is God, and a lot of us do it in many different ways. But the best way to understand God's love to us is by loving others. Because God loves us. So our best way is by loving others. And I'm gonna close this video with that, and and also leave a comment down below and your thoughts on this. I'm really, really troubled by the disbelief in God that our country has gotten into. And it's not just our country, it's the world. You got so much out there or so many people out there who are doing their best to discredit the Bible. They even tried to say at one time that the flood didn't happen, but yet they believe that they discovered the ark. I know they discovered the ark, over in Turkey on the mountain, just like the Bible said, and they've even gotten some wood off of it, and you can only see it certain times of the year. And I think that is so amazing that it is still there, and I mean it's not whole, it's in half, but it's still, either or, it's still there. And they got signs of it over in Egypt of the flood, and places around the world of a massive flood. So there is no question that the flood happened. There is no question that Noah built an ark, because they found the ark. He built a boat. There is no question of these things. So I don't understand what's so hard to believe that there is a God. Thank you for joining me. You have a wonderful day.